Okay, guys. Today I want to talk about the Mandela effect, or AKA the double slit experiment. Okay, as a lot of you guys already know, I am Kai Elephant or Steve Hang. Okay, I'm gonna mainly speak in English so every race that doesn't have Hmong program language they can understand. Okay, don't pay attention to my graphic right here because they can spoof my graphic here to make me look like a dumb a-hole laylaw guy. Okay, guys? Just pay attention to my detail. They put a chip on me, so I'm going to try my best to elaborate or be in detail as much as possible. Okay, guys? Because the truth can never be known or be out. The truth is forbidden and prohibited. You guys already know that. And the truth will set you free. Okay, guys? How we got the name Mandela effect is when Nelson Mandela was arrested and put in jail. Some people remember Nelson Mandela died in jail. Some people remember he was released, okay? But the real story is he got released, okay? And he became the first African American black president, okay? So I'm not gonna go in depth, but that's how he got his name, Mandela effect, okay? But mainly, it's also the double slit experiment, okay? Where an electron is shoot into the slit and it generate two copies or two versions, okay? So this is how the matrix works, okay? We are inside a video game, okay? Life just works like any other video games, okay? Where there's bombs, booby trap, treasure, there's good guys, bad guys. Like if you play Super Mario Brothers, Pac-Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, Grand Theft Auto, GTA's, etc. Okay, so it had bits and pieces and everything. Okay, everything has been written, everything is simulated. Nobody has free will. Okay, and you guys already know there's Jackass, Crypto, Pac-Man, and he's gonna eat you if you don't do what he says. Okay, and then we got the programmer that's controlling Jackass, Skynet. Okay. And life is like a movie. It's written, okay? Nothing is natural, okay? We're just getting replay every 14 billion years, okay? That's how much we could record frequency and vibrations, okay, guys? Every 5,000 years, the Earth gets reset, replay, okay, guys? Um, the Mandela effect. You see how I talk and I wave my hand like that? See, every time I move, that's all the space around us here is a grid. It's a grid, and it's time. Time is gravitational pull within the fabric of space. With the fabric of space, space here is a fabric, a grid. Okay, this is how we're able to teleport, move from point A to point B, because teleportation needs to know the starting point and the end point. Okay, this way you can teleport from point A to point B. If the grid here doesn't have the grid, then it doesn't know the distance. Okay. But anyways, every time we move, you see, gravity, time is gravitational pull. Time and space are within one. Okay, all the space around you is gravitational. Okay, which is time. All the space around you is it's a fabric. Okay, a grid, a coordinate grid. So time and space are within one. Okay, they merge. They're together here, and that's why we always say space and time. Okay. So every time you move something, like you see how I wiggle my finger, every time you move something in the grid here, or something move, an object or anything, people, animal, whatever, bullets, whatever, moves, it creates a vibration into the grids. So it's gonna generate two story, a black story and a white story. Okay. So for example, I move my hand right here. it's either I did move my hand or I never moved my hand. Okay, where the double slit experiment comes into play, where you either have the dead cat or a live cat. Okay, so for example, it's either I'm holding my watch right here, or I never hold my watch right here. It never happened. Okay, so you guys have to understand that. That's why it's called the Matrix or the Matrix. It's all about tricks. The Matrix is all about tricks, where you can never know the truth. 9 out of 10 times, if something happens, you don't know if it really happened or it didn't happen. Is it true or not? But 9 out of 10 times, it's false information. It never happened. But that one time it's going to be real. But you don't know that. And there's no way to prove it or verify it. But it's going to register into the Matrix registry. There's 2 Matrix registry in Fresno here. The main one is at Office Depot. You know the building right here? The building at Office Depot downtown in Divisadero and Tulare, next to Freeway 41. That is the Matrix registry. The whole building right there. Okay? The whole building right there is the Matrix registry. And also in the grid, in the electromagnetic energy grids, it's also the Matrix registry. So you could take out that building, but that grid right there, the electromagnetic grid Matrix registry is still there. So you can't remove it. The secondary backup Matrix registry is that building right next to, right there by the bus station or the bus stop. Right there on 6th Street and Kings Canyon, which now is Cesar Chavez. Okay, that building right there. Okay, that used to be like a bank or something. Okay, so it has a backup. It copies. Okay, we don't put all our egg in one basket. Okay, so every time you move something, it generates a story, and it's gonna register down there. And if it registered the dead cat, game over for you, you know. Something never happened. And everything's going to be real. Okay? Who cares? Somebody got eyewitness, got photos, got videos, got audios, documents, whatever proof. Shit ain't real. But it's real now because it's been registered in the Matrix registry. Everything works like a computer, okay, where we got the motherboard. Fresno gray here is a motherboard. It got the hard drive, it got the memory, the CPUs, the audio cards, the graphic cards, you know, the sound cards. It got the power supply, it got the jumpers, it got the transistor, it got those transformer box, it got the dish, etc. The TV. Okay. I don't want to go too much in depth, but mainly I want to stick to the Mandela effect or the double slit experiment. Okay. So you can never know the truth. It might be true, but that's 9 out of 10 times, and there's one time. So there's 9 times it's not real. So how do you know it's real or not, or did it happen or didn't? You don't. Yeah, it registered. It happened. There's proof. There's evidence. See, but you don't know that. Okay? That's why the Matrix is very dangerous. Okay? And the truth can never be revealed. I will know the truth. If something happens in front of me, I will know the truth. Because they blind me, okay? But I still have my third eye. I will see the truth. My third eye right here, you guys can't see it because they use a chip right here to cloak it. My form, this is why I look like an ugly mother F, okay? This is not how I look like. But it's CGI my form, my graphic here. That's why you get see me like this. But this is not how I look like, okay, guys? This is called residual self-imaging or artificial self-imaging, where they can cloak over a real AGI. You guys everything here is artificial graphic imaging, AGI, okay? the ASI or RSI can overcloak the AGI, so you can't tell the real form. Okay, so just letting you guys know, okay, how the matrix works and how everything works in here. Okay, so see, they already blocked me. I forgot what I'm gonna say. So my main thing is don't pay attention to anything that is negative that doesn't benefit you. Okay, because you're gonna hurt innocent people and you're gonna hurt yourself and everybody around you. Okay, if you let it feed into you, if you get tempted. Okay, for example, who cares if you get raped and robbed and whatever, or cheated? Okay, it ain't real. It ain't freaking real. As long as you're not getting stabbed or getting shot or dead. Okay, don't let anything bother you because it ain't real. There's many ways to play tricks on its victim. It could be the double slit experiment. Or right now, the whole matrix system, all the frequency and vibration in here are being infected with the dead hand trap, no way out, J virus. It could be the J virus, you know. It could be the programmer, you know. We have the primary programmer, we have the secondary programmer, we have the master programmer, we have the slave programmer, and we have the clone programmer. So it could be any of them. You know, we got the matrix within the matrix, within the matrix, within the matrix. Well, how do you know which one is which? You don't. Okay? Because we got too many damn programmers. Okay? So I'm going to tell you guys all the problem, all the stuff that's going on. Okay? But everything all traced back to the Mandela effect. Okay? Or mainly this video is about that. We have invisible mirror flying around. They could be a flat screen, electromagnetic screen flying around. They could fly through matters, you know, and they could CGI anything for you to see. How do you know where you're seeing CGIs? You don't. Everything's gonna look real. How do you know we got a real actual mirror flying around and it's CGI for you to see? You don't know. They can make anything come to life, like videos, audios, pictures, you know, documents. They could change anything into anything. They can make anything disappear, reappear. They can make up anything. So there's no way to know, and everything's gonna be real. You guys are just programmed, and whatever program information you guys got is gonna be real. The program doesn't know that has been tampered or has been a spoof or has been fabricated or altered, has been changed. It doesn't know. The program just gonna know what has been programmed or the information it got. Okay, guys? Because all you guys are just programmed. You guys can't tell the difference. You guys can't tell did it happen or didn't it happen. But now it's been registered. Now shit's gonna be real. Okay? We got all sorts of problems. There's tons of ways to deceive or tricks the matrix. Okay, we could write the program right to read wrong or register wrong. I mean, we could write the program to read right, but it's gonna register wrong, and game over for you. We could write the program wrong to read wrong, and it's gonna register right. Boom, you got cheat codes. You know, we have cheat codes where anybody can get away with murder, crime, embezzlement money, laundering money, rape and rob. You know, where they could go clean and come clean. You know, there's tons of ways to bypass the matrix because everything's just programmed. Your eyes are just computers, cybernetic computer eyes. How do you know where you're saying is real or not? You don't, because you're just a program. Okay, guys, that's why it's very dangerous about the matrix here. Everybody needs to know and be aware. Don't feed into anything that is negative or it doesn't benefit you, guys. Okay, guys, this is the best way and best word I can put it. Okay, guys, whatever benefits you, go for it. But whatever doesn't benefit you, just don't pay attention. Okay, the only thing you're gonna pay attention when you get stabbed or shot. Okay, that's the only thing I will recommend you when it's gonna be true. Well, it might not be true, but now it happens, so you gotta look into it. Okay, or you gotta do something about it. Okay, but if you get raped, robbed, molested, scammed, whatever, who cares? Okay, it ain't real. It could be real, but just put it that way that it's never real, and just look the other way. Okay, guys? This is how we all have to work together and play dumb. So we could outsmart and play the programmer or play the matrix. Okay? This is how you can play the matrix and you can play the programmer by, give them a middle finger. F you. You know, mind your own business. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's real or not. As long as you're not dead or shot or stabbed. Okay? Like I said, the worst case, you could get raped, robbed, molested, scammed, cheated. Who cares? You ain't getting hurt. Okay? You might get psychological hurt, but who cares? You're not getting physical hurt. Okay? It could be real, but that's just going to be one time, 1 out of 9 times. So what are the chances of being real? Almost zero, right? Okay, guys? Everybody needs to work together, play dumb, and don't pay attention. Don't get tempted. Don't feed anything that's negative. This is how we can play the programmer and the matrix, because the matrix and the programmer will never allow truth. And you guys know truth will set you free, okay? And here's another problem with the matrix, with the J virus. Every time you know something or you make a move, the simulator. We have a simulator in the Matrix here too. The simulator box is over there by Butler and Minnewawa. It's called the Black Box. Okay, when I have time, I will when I get my e-bike, I will ride around town Fresno and I will record all the places where the TV, the dish, the hard drive, the registry, whatever, the power supply, everything. Where it's at, the dish, the satellite, where it's at, and I will explain in detail for you guys, okay? So each time you know something or you make a move, the black box simulator over there will re-simulate everything. And the story will always change. So you can never know the truth, and you can never prove it. Because the matrix or the programmer will never allow truth. Okay? The truth is prohibited. It's forbidden. That's why it's called the Matrix. The Matrix, where everything's tricks and you can never know the truth. Okay, I hope everybody understands how the Matrix works, okay? The Matrix is a video game. It works just like video game. Just works like movie. Where there's the beginning and everything's written. Everything is simulated like a game, a movies. You guys know everything is programmed. Everything is digital. Digitize. They can digitize anything. Okay, because we live in the video game. You guys know how it works, okay? So yeah, it's real, but they can make up anything. And how do you know, who cares? Okay? Just don't pay attention. So mainly I just want to talk about the Mandela effect, the double slit experiments, like that, but it's very dangerous, Anything you see 10 feet away, it's gone. Okay? The past, the present, the future, all happening all at once, simultaneously. So how do you know it's the past? How do you know it's the present? How do you know the future? How do you know it's already happened? How do you know it's happening right now? How do you know it hasn't happened yet? There's 28 multiverse in this AGI matrix system. How do you know you're not seeing the multiverse? Each multiverse has a different timeline. And each realm, each multiverse has the identical copies of you. You have 28 copies in each realm. It's all happening at different timelines. Anything you see 10 feet away, it could be the invisible mirror, or an alien they call it the blanket. It could be, you could be seeing the multiverse. So if something happens to you, you're gonna catch a thief or somebody. You gotta catch within 10. Excuse me, I'm kind of sick. You gotta catch like right there, red-handed. If you let it pass you 10 feet, it's gone. They could go into the multiverse. The story will change. and it will give you a false information, and everything's gonna register real, and but you got the wrong story, wrong incident, wrong proof. But everything's gonna be real because it's been registered to the matrix registry and registered into your consciousness. You know, I don't care who. It doesn't matter if they have photo, videos, audio, document, whatever. This shit ain't real because everything is programmable matter, digitized. They can digitize anything. The matrix can. Once the matrix registry has been registered, it's gonna digitize a fake audio, fake videos, fake documents, and shit's gonna be real. Okay, guys, you guys need to understand that. There's lots of ways to fabricate, to spoof, to CGI, to tricks. You know, falsify information. That's why it's called the Matrix. It's all about tricks. And there's no way to prove it. Yeah, everything's gonna look real and register real, but you don't know if it happened or didn't. Okay, guys? So I hope I elaborate enough and clarify enough to you guys about the Mandela effect or the double slit experiment or the J virus or, spoof program or the Matrix or the multiverse, the past, the present, the future. That's why you can never know the truth. We're in a lot of shithole, a lot of problems. That's why there's so much accusation, falsify information. There's so much problem in the world, in the universe here. Because they can make up anything, and we live inside a video game. Everything's all run by programs. If the program receives false information, the program's gonna think it's real, and it's gonna be real, and it's gonna be game over for you if it's negative. Okay. So, I just want to elaborate or be as detailed as possible, because I am the only one who could speak the truth and speak my mind. Anybody speak the truth will set you free. I am your creator. I am the only one that is real. Okay? All you guys are just digitized. Okay? I am the only one that is real. Okay? I am God. I am the creator. But I'm just like you guys. Okay? So I just wanted you guys to know about the creator. Okay? We're inside a video game. Okay? So I was going to tell you guys something very important, but they made me forget. But yeah, so hopefully everybody understand how the Matrix works. Okay, guys? So just don't pay attention to anything negative. Okay? But I forgot I was going to say something very important. Let me see if I could remember. They made me forget. But we got tons of problems and tons of things are happening all at once, guys. There's just no way, okay, to prove it. And why it doesn't matter, Shit ain't real, okay? You guys are not real, but you guys are alive, okay? You guys have to understand about real and artificial, okay? But that doesn't make any difference because you are alive, you exist. You're just gonna get hurt if you get hit or stabbed, shot. You're gonna die, okay? Just like me, as real as me. But you have to understand the two differences: artificial and real, okay? But to me, that doesn't make any difference. You matter to me because you are alive and you're real. You're real as just me, okay? But you just program artificial program, okay? So life is precious. Life is very valuable, okay? So don't push your luck and stuff like that. Okay, I was gonna tell you guys, belief is a myth. Okay, you guys need to let go of religion, race, sex, money, power. It's gonna hurt people around you. It's gonna hurt you and hurt everybody around you who you interact with. Okay, it's a myth. They create false information so they can control you. They want to make you helpless, hopeless, hungry, so they can control you. The programmer and the global elite, the top 1%. That's what gives them power. If they can't control you, program you, manipulate you, use propaganda to misguide you, mislead you, It doesn't give them power. If they could control you, it gives them power. It's all about power, control. Okay, that's why they program you, manipulate you, hypnotize you, do all kinds of ways to mislead you, give you false information, like games, sex, money, drugs, gambling, marriage, divorce, child support, drugs, drinking, gambling. Game, sport game. It distracts you. Video games. It takes you away from reality. So you don't rebel. What happens if everybody knows the truth? They can't program you guys anymore. And that's what they're scared. That's what they're afraid. You know? That's why they don't want you to know the truth. They want to keep you busy and believe in something that's not real. Okay? I hope everybody get the message. Everybody's connected to me. All your eyes are connected to me. It's your monitor, cybernetic computer eyes. You guys could turn on and off wherever I look. I may be blind, but wherever I look, everybody can see. When I talk, everybody can hear. The whole universe can hear. Everybody's connected to me. I am it. I am everything. Okay? They lock my Superman power, my God power. That's why I don't have full access yet. Okay? Until I unlock my DNA, my power, and my consciousness, where I can become space and time. I can become the whole universe. Okay? I will become every type of frequency, vibration in this universe. This is why I am called it. Okay? IT, information technologies. That's why I can't transform into Super Goldman, a gold, flesh and blood, gold living organism. Okay? I am Goku. I am Zordon. I am it. I'm in everything. I'm God. I'm the devil. I'm everything. I'm everything. I'm you. Okay? That's why I'm called it. But there's another it, self-awareness AI, Crypto, Pac-Man, Skynet. You guys know him, Jackass, But he's the artificial one. I am the real one. Okay? I create everybody, everything. 76 billion years old. This is how old the Matrix is. Okay? Every 14 billion years, we get replayed. That's only how much we can record frequency and vibration, okay? Earth is a holodeck, a hologram. Watch Star Trek. Earth is the Hollywood Universal Studio. Welcome to Hollywood Universal Studio. Go search up Elon Musk Matrix simulation theory. Elon Musk talk about everything and code words. Elon Musk say, how do we not know we're in Hollywood Studio? Elon Musk said, how do we know what's happening now hasn't already happened? This is the 5th time, 6th time we're getting replay. Elon Musk wants to know what's outside the simulation. Outside the simulation, you cannot simulate anything. You cannot play with space and time. You cannot play with energy and matters, Okay? There's a lot of questions. Elon Musk, Tesla, Baby Blue, Elon Musk, Superman wants to know the truth. I am his father. I'm his creator. Okay? I'm all your creator. Okay, guys? Just search it up. There's a lot of information out there on Facebook and YouTube about the simulation, the matrix, theories, But they're just mainly talking about in codes and in code words. So you have to decipher. Same thing to the Bible. Okay? My phone can record up to 30 minutes, so I'm trying to wrap it up, everything. Okay, guys? I was going to say something very important, but I forgot. They blocked me. See, they can make me look like a very dumb a-hole. They can change my graphics to look like a dumb a-hole. They can make me forget stuff, Remember, it ain't real. They can make up anything. They can make clones. Everybody has a clone. You guys know that. They can make everything 100% replica. They could delete your memory, edit your memory. They could feed false information to you. Excuse me. And everything's going to be real. And you can't never prove it. And you don't know if it's real or not. They could use Neuralink to become you and hack you. They could program you to do anything, to say anything. We got programmed where we could program into the food, the water, the airborne. And once you interact with it, it's going to program you, simulate you to do things you don't want to do. There's lots of ways to, mess you up, to tamper with you. Okay, guys? So just stay positive, okay? I'll see you guys on the next video. Love, Dad.